Too bad I can't cut the grass in between the vines. If we had a different lawnmower, like, or had an actual lawnmower, we could. Hey, Aaron Thunder. I'm just thinking, we need hay for mixed rations, but I also want to put grass in the silage bunker. Man, I don't understand the lag. Yesterday I was playing this with no lag at all. I guess the only difference right now would be that I'm streaming. CPU's at 51, GPU at 70, RAM at 38. Yes, it is. Yep, I had it going in the background. I shut it off, but yes, it is. I'm excited. It's going to be uh, another like 4 hours before launch, I think, unless I'm wrong. But I definitely want to watch that. The weather's kind of iffy though. They might scrub it again. But if they scrub it, they'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully they don't scrub it. Because on, what was it, Wednesday, they scrubbed it like 17 minutes before launch. They waited till the very end, and it's like, nope, that's too much of a storm moving through. And this time of year, they sure have a lot of storms down there, so. Yeah, the Russians don't like SpaceX very much. Not the Russians, but the Russian Space Agency doesn't like SpaceX very much because SpaceX is finding a way of going into space for a lot cheaper by reusing rockets. Like Elon says, it'd be dumb if every time we flew an airplane, we threw it out, and flew a new one next time. Yeah, Elon is crazy, but brilliant. I did. I watched yesterday. SN4 blew up right after static fire. Yeah, which is too bad. I was looking forward to a hop, but they sure made a lot more progress. They did a lot more tests with this one before it blew up, so they're getting better. Um, it's obvious that building a rocket that much bigger than anyone has ever built a rocket before is hard, and things go kaboom, things fail. So I guess they're gonna have SN5 do the hop. Because I think SpaceX, the reason why they're progressing so fast is because they're willing to fail. Like, okay, let's try this. If it goes wrong, okay, we'll see what we need to fix. Be interesting to see why it failed. Did they do something different this time, or doing that test over and over and over made it fail? That it can't handle the reuse factor of it yet. Were you watching? Were you watching Everyday Astronaut, or was this the stream on Wednesday? I missed the stream on Wednesday because I was working. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Either way, I missed that stream. Yeah, it was a bit of an awkward interview with the whole social distancing thing, but it was still good. Oh shoot, I remember there were weeds on the one field over there. I should take care of that. Hey Aiden! Oh, leg. It's killing me here. Your quarantine has been extended to mid-June? Yeah, they're slowly lifting things here. So they've now restaurants are allowed to be open. Um, little regional parks were allowed to be in them during the day. Um, provincial parks are opening as of June 1st. So we can go camping as of June 1st. Oh yeah, oilseed radish there too. I hate that tractor. Right. Okay, let's do some weeding, just because it has to be done. We're at 56 grand. And we need 80 something, 89. So we're getting there. And then we're getting a new tractor after that. Well, some equipment too, but for sure another tractor because I hate that old massive Ferguson. I haven't decided which tractor. I was looking at two tractors possibly as the next tractor. The Stera here, which is a little bit less powerful than the New Holland we have for 81 grand, or we could go way up here and get a Valtra, and that would be a lot more horsepower, get up to 200 horsepower. So I kind of have to think about money wise which tractor to go with. Oh, I'm almost out of fuel. In fact, 3 of our tractors are almost out of fuel. No, I turned too tight. Ugh, got this nasty cough. I guess I haven't talked about, I don't know if I have, maybe I have. I'm planning a big giveaway when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So anyone interested in the giveaway, let me know. I don't know how big the giveaway is, so because I don't know what my bank account looks like due to a big bill, my medical bill from November is still not taken care of. So I'm optimistic that it'll get paid for. It's like $5,000, but if not, I'll have to pay the $5,000. And I'm putting it off, letting the government try to figure it out. U.S. healthcare system, I tell ya, don't use a hospital in the U.S. If I knew that bill was going to get paid for and taken care of without me having to pay part of it or all of it, I'd tell you how big the giveaway is. But till then, I don't know. Yeah, we don't pay healthcare here either. Well, we do through our payday, and there's deductions where government takes taxes and stuff like that. But healthcare is free in Canada. But I had an issue in the U.S. And when you have a kidney stone and you're in the U.S. and you have to visit a hospital for just a few minutes, all of a sudden you have a $5,000 bill, which should be paid for by our Canadian healthcare system, but I don't know for sure, and it's taken forever. Hey Aiden Rowie and hey Wick. Ah, you're the game tig, Wick. Is this one of your tractors? New Holland anyway, but it's a New Holland T5 100. Aiden Rowie, absolutely you can join. But I'll bet ya that you're on PlayStation and we're on PC. And if that's the case, no, you can't join. Not because I don't want you to join, because the game won't let you. Oh, okay. So, yep, I guessed it right. Yep. Most of the time when people ask if they can join, they're on PlayStation. I don't know why. No, for some reason, PC users just join. All of a sudden, somebody synchronizes and someone's in here. But PlayStation users always ask if they can join. Different culture somehow. Alright, see ya, Wicky. Wick. I like the name Wick. Enjoy milking those cows and feeding the farm animals. I hear thunder. I think we're on the same page. It's awesome. I just got asked if I wanted cookies or Pop-Tarts. Which means she's probably making tea for me too or something like that. Farmer Joe is awesome.
I don't know where you've been the last 5 minutes not to hear me make tea.
She, did you guys hear that? She just goes, I don't know where you were the last 5 months not hearing me make tea. 5 minutes.
Boiling water.
I have headphones on. And I'm deaf. Not arguing that one. I'm an old deaf man. Yeah, I'd got hearing damage when I worked at Load King. That was a very loud environment. I know Watt. John Watt. Nice guy. You're convinced he doesn't exist. Okay, I'll wait. I was just about to drink tea and she just goes, that'll be hot. Like the last 2 times I had it yesterday and burnt my tongue. No, I didn't learn from that. I was going to do it again. No, don't let me do that. I'm just an idiot. I'll do it over and over and not learn. See, who says I don't have fun? Dang, that's hot. I just had a sip.
I think my worship went through 1 year or so.
I do sometimes wonder, Iron Thunder. I have nothing against PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendos, but I do wonder if they know how to read sometimes. Nope, Jess says nobody knows how to read. I remember that. She worked in the photo lab was probably the worst. They had these kiosks on developing your own photos, and the directions how to do it are so easy. Really simple directions on the screen. And it talks to you, verbally talks to you. And yet, she had to help customer after customer after customer following the directions. And it was the same customer sometimes repeating himself over and over. It's like, you know how to do this, you just don't want to. Yeah, nobody reads. We're dumb as a civilization that way. We just Ask before even trying. How do you do this? Did you try? Well, no, but I don't know how. Did you try? Try first, and then go ask. I try to do that as often as possible. I am, like when trucking now, if there's a problem with the truck, I try fixing it. Can't fix it, I call and go, hey, is there a trick to this? Okay, I'll try those tricks. Half an hour later, call and go, nope, gonna need a tow truck. None of this call right away and say, hey, I need a tow truck. Speaking of which, on Monday I had a call for a tow truck. And then I went and called and canceled the tow truck once I figured something out. You know, me and my truck problems. Got lots of those. I was going down the Paulson Mountain, and all of a sudden it wouldn't shift properly. It was raining like crazy, but it wouldn't shift properly. And the further down I'm getting the mountain, the worse and the worse and the worse the shifting is getting. It's like, what is going on here? Get almost to the bottom, there's a brake check right near Castlegar, the town. And pull into the brake check, and it's not shifting at all. I'm stuck in 18th gear. I'm like, well, I gotta stop for a brake check. I stop, it's still in 18th gear. I can't get rolling in 18th gear. So I turn the engine off, hopefully it's gonna reset itself. No, now the problem is, it's in 18th gear. The engine will not start up while you're in gear. No, no such thing. So after playing with it for a little bit, call dispatch and go, I may need a tow truck. I'm going to keep playing with this, but this is what's going on. If I get it going, I can limp it down. I'll limp it down the hill. There's a shop partway down that steep hill. There's a Kenworth shop. I'm like, I'm going to pull it right into there. I'm like 2 miles away from the shop. I'm so close. And kept playing with it, trying things. I was outside talking to another truck driver, actually an MTI instructor truck driver, one of the guys that trained me. He was driving logging trucks because with the COVID thing they don't have any students to teach, so he was driving a logging truck, which is kind of cool to see him. Not that I much liked that instructor, but it was kind of fun. Talk with him, and all of a sudden I heard a click on the truck. I'm like, whoa, 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 what was that? That sounded like a gear's changing. So I went and jumped in the truck and started it up and booted down the hill to Kenworth. Took him 6 hours to figure out what it was, replace what it was, and then I was back on the road. So why did it click out of gear after sitting there for a while? Because everything was hot underneath the truck, and as heat makes all that rainwater evaporate, it made all that water evaporate, and once all the wiring underneath the truck dried out, there was no longer a short circuit, and then I could shift again. I had no problem driving it down the hill to the shop. So because all the rain, it short-circuited some wiring that was bad wiring, all corroded. So once I figured out where the problem was, because good luck trying to figure out where the wiring problem is, right? Or if it is a wiring problem at all, why is it not doing the shifting here? And when they figured out it was a wiring, they replaced the whole wiring harness underneath the truck there, and then it's good to go again. So it was basically an issue that would have failed the very first time it rained. And that's exactly what it did. Let's fuel this sucker up. Yes, there's lots to do here. There's a lot of grass cutting. I've started cutting grass, but we need for mixed rations, we need to turn one of these fields into hay. Maybe those two little top ones over there, the one you're on right now, maybe to turn those two into hay, and then the rest of the grass will go into the silage, the bunker. Yes, and they need a little bit of plain grass. They won't need a lot of plain grass, but some of the plain grass, give it to the cows, and the rest can go into the silage bunker, and then I'll probably help with that along the way here and there. I actually enjoy cutting grass. You know what? I don't care. I know it's more money, but I'm not running that Massey Ferguson unless someone else joins in multiplayer. I'm not running that Massey Ferguson. We'll use this tractor as that's the only tractor left to use. Tractor. I would like to buy a new tractor right now, but we are not buying any tractors, any equipment, not even a pressure washer, until we buy more land. Totally miss. Yeah, I did, didn't I? There we go. Okay, let's load the cultivator. Plow's actually wider than the cultivator. Should we just plow the whole thing? I guess the plow's slower though. Hey Trev. I'm like, I hear voices. Just turned on the SpaceX live stream. I had that going too. And decided I needed to turn it off to prevent lag. Yours is not going to prevent lag. You can leave yours on. I'm happy with yours being on. SpaceX should be launching in about 3 hours from now. 3.5 hours? 3 hours, 45 minutes? Between 3 and 4 hours they should be launching if the weather's good. Oh, you're watching Every Day Astronaut. Because the SpaceX one I think is a better stream. Oh, okay, they don't have a countdown. Every astronaut has a countdown. Got it. Yeah, I prefer watching the SpaceX one of it. Everyday Astronaut's kind of fun to watch too because he has his own input. He's good at explaining stuff to a common person. If you don't understand all the terms that SpaceX is using, Everyday Astronaut. Hmm? Yeah, and he's only 3 miles away, so he's close to the actual launch site. I just think they're kind of their slogan in the background. It's kind of dumb. Launch America. Just like it seems dumb to me. It seems like the president came up with the term. I did some landscaping here, and because the field used to come out further out into the yard here, and it was really hard to drop anything in those silage bunkers. So we made our yard a little bit bigger. Your dad wanted you to translate some things from the Trump speech. When did Trump do another speech? And what dumb things did he say this time? The sad part is he actually represents a lot of Americans. He accurately represents a lot of Americans. But I think even people that are conservative, people that voted for him, I think there's a lot of those people that don't like him as well. I think he's dumb as bricks. Because people, I heard someone quote this, I forget who, said that someone that wrote a book and was one of their aides or whatever, or was one of Trump's aides, and knows Trump's pretty good, said that everybody thinks that Trump is playing 3D chess. He's got these brilliant plans, playing 3D chess, and we're just too dumb to understand. She just goes, in real life, he's eating the pieces. You think he's planning way ahead? No. He's so darn vain, he's only thinking about what happened yesterday. That's the type of person he is. So he's eating the pieces. Which I thought was funny. Yes. Yep. He. Hey Jordan. Yeah. I heard that too. Um, Trump is blaming China for the virus, and he is pro-China for the Hong Kong thing. He's like pro anti-Hong Kong. It's like, but Hong Kong has their own government, their own. Unfortunately, international law sees Hong Kong as part of China. Or say, China. How's it going, Jordan? Sorry, we're getting political here. Let's not do that. I know, I'm disobeying one of my own rules because I know there might be some people out there that are huge Trump supporters, and you know what? You're still cool too. I'll disagree with you, but you're still cool too. I don't mind you as a human being. I just don't like the U.S. president right now. I think America would look a lot like Canada does right now if it had stayed under British rule. Because Canada stayed under British rule. Technically, we still have a queen. We're still a British Empire, even though we're completely independent. Do I play truck simulators? I used to. I used to play American Truck Simulator all the time. And then I started trucking in real life and lost all interest in. Yeah, I got American Truck Simulator in here somewhere. Right there. I even did some live streams. But I haven't played it in a long time. February 2018 is the last time I played American Trucking Simulator, and I don't have most of the DLCs. But it's hard for me to go play a truck sim after I've been driving a truck all week. Yeah, Jordan, if you check out my playlist, you'll see most of my videos are trucking videos. Me driving through our British Columbia mountains. Although this week, I screwed up. On Monday, I shot video of the breakdown, my truck doing some funny shifts. On Tuesday, I shot some video going through the prairies in Alberta. On Wednesday, I reformatted the camera. Oh, wait. I meant to reformat the other camera. Okay, on Wednesday, we're going to shoot extra video for Monday. On Wednesday, we're going to shoot extra video for Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're going to shoot video for Wednesday. It's like, dope. Oh well. Wrong memory card. It's like, no. So, yeah, that happened. Those videos won't be up until next week. The video is coming up this week. There'll be no video this Tuesday, but you'll have videos this week. Some of them are not great. Some of them are short. Some of them are still fun. I hope you really enjoy my Friday one, because the one coming up this Friday, I really enjoyed that. It's been so long since I was out on my quad, booting around. It was fun. So we were on vacation, so last week, so those videos coming up this next week will be about our vacation. So you got a couple of kayaking videos, motorcycle video. The sound is not great on the motorcycle video, no audio. And then I actually shot a second motorcycle video where I had the microphone in the helmet, and that was even worse. So much wind noise, it's just not listenable. No, Jordan, I don't drive an 18-wheeler, I drive a 30-wheeler. I run a big semi with 30 wheels on it. traditional 18-wheeler has 3 axles on the truck and 2 axles on the trailer. I have 3 axles on the truck, 3 axles on the first trailer, and 2 axles on the rear trailer. I know what you meant, but I like saying I drive a 30-wheeler. It definitely adds a huge level of difficulty to the job. Oh yeah, on Thursday, I had to back into this yard. That was a special, I wish I could have recorded that with like a drone or something, watching me back into that yard, because that would have been cool to watch at a top angle. It was on a small side street, 2 lanes wide, a bit of a ditch, fairly steep, and then back into a yard where the gate is about 1.5 trucks width, 90-degree angle into that gate, with cars parked on the street. I pulled up and I'm like, guys, you want me in there? I went and talked to them and they're like, yeah, usually what they do is they drive by and then they back in. I'm just like, okay, I'll try that. I'm like, I'm pretty good at backing up 2 trailers, but this looks challenging. I'm like, can I get someone to just, I don't need a guy to tell me what to do, but just stop me if I'm going to hit something. Because I'm going to drive back into a corner, or around, there's hedges there too, by the way. By the gate there's hedges, so I cannot see where I'm backing into. So I have to just go, okay, the angle of the trailer is this, visually remember what is behind that hedge, and just go, okay, the trailer should be kind of aiming that direction. It took me 3 or 4 tries to kind of get the right angle. Cars were starting to honk at me on the road so they can go fly a kite, but I did it all under 10 minutes. I put the rear trailer kind of into the hedge there, kind of cornering around, and then just missed the gate pulling in, and then I put the truck right into the ditch, and it's a steep ditch like I said, and I took a lot of turf on the front bumper. It hooked, because the curvature of the front bumper, it grabbed a bunch of turf. It was entertaining. Yeah, trying to back up 2 trailers, that was a challenge, backing it around a corner like that. As a rule, when driving forward to make a 90-degree corner with this 2 trailer setup, I need 3.5 lanes. What I mean by 3.5 lanes, if you look at the tractor, it is in 1 lane right now. Now imagine another lane right beside it. That's 2 lanes. Now I need to pull onto the road at a 90-degree angle, so that's another lane on the other side. I need 3.5 lanes to do that. If the corner is round, I can do it in 3 lanes. Backing up into this yard, corner was a bit rounded, but only space I had was 3.5 lanes basically. And I have to do it backing up 2 trailers. I gotta say that was one of the hardest places I've ever backed in yet. But it was kind of cool to know that I could do it. And after I backed in, they go, great job! They just go, anybody that can back in with under 10 minutes is a pro trucker. She just goes, a lot of people take a lot longer to back up than you did. I'm like, oh, cool, okay, that feels good. At least they think I'm good. At least they think I know what I'm doing. There's other times where I've pulled into a yard, and after I pulled into the yard, they come running. We don't allow trailers in this yard. It was a shop. And say, well, it's a little too late for that. I'm in your yard. And they're like, how are you going to get these trailers back out of this yard? I'm like, I don't know. How about you guys work on repairing my truck? I'll go walk around your building. No, you can't go back there. You can't turn around your trailers back there. I'm like, well, can I go walk around the building anyway and just kind of see? And then I go, worst case scenario, I can split the trailers and I'll back, I go, I can back off the yard, and if that doesn't work, I can split the trailers just to put them at ease. Because I could have backed straight out of that yard, but it was a busy 4-lane highway I have to back onto, so I wasn't looking forward to that, but I could have done that. I'm not splitting the trailers, but I'll tell them that, hey, worst case scenario, I can split the trailers and turn them around that way, but let me go walk around the yard while you fix my truck, and I'll come up with a plan. So when they fixed my truck, I told them what my plan was. I'm like, okay, I'm going to pull into your backyard and pull straight into where your doors were over there, and then back up between those buses you have parked on the backyard, and then loop around. And they're like, are you sure? Okay, we'll get a bunch of guys to help you guide. No. He goes, we're going to get like 5 or 6 guys out here and help you. No. Get those guys away. And he's just not listening. He goes, okay, I'm going to get those guys. I jumped in the truck and I went into the backyard, backed it in between the 2 buses, and started coming back out before the guys showed up. I'm like, I do not need that many people standing around my truck. I'm like, this is an easy turnaround. I know exactly what I'm doing. There's enough space on this yard to get the trailer straight. Backing up the trailer straight is easy for me. I've done it enough. I can easily back up these trailers straight. So this is not going to be complicated for me. I don't need a whole bunch of people around me to make it complicated. So jumped in the truck, quickly did it. By the time they came out, I was leaving the yard. I'm like, easy. I'm out of here. The key is, though, never to get cocky, because if you just go, yeah, this is easy, I can do this, this will be no problem, that's when you have nothing but problems. It's just like, oops, I shouldn't have bragged about that one, because I apparently can't do this 20 tries later. Well, looks like the astronauts are headed to the spaceship. Jordan says, your granddaddy every day. Your granddaddy drives 18-wheeler? I know, I just said 18-wheeler. I should just say drives a big rig. But a lot of times we call 18-wheeler just a big rig, right? A lot of times 18-wheelers, they're pulling 3-axle trailers, which actually makes that, how many wheels is that? 22-wheeler. So if the trailer's 3-axle, it's a 22-wheeler. Cool. Got those. Well, do one field at a time into here. Let me. So we have a little bit of hay here. Maybe we'll put a big pile of hay right back here around that grass. And so maybe do this little field here and this little field here and see how big the pile of hay looks. If it's not very big, we'll do this little field over here as well, and then the rest of the grass is all going to go into the silage bunker here. Once you start doing silage, you'll let me know. And the big tractor is much bigger. Or this New Holland, I know I call it a big tractor, but it's a small little tractor. But it's our biggest tractor we have on this farm. Is much better at compacting that silage. You love your job? Yes, I love my job. Love trucking. And yeah, us humans, we like to complain about everything. And you see all my videos, me breaking down. All trucks break down. I'm sure if you ask your granddaddy how often he has minor breakdowns, the answer is all the time. You just break down all the time. If you drive as many miles as we do in a big rig, If you drove that many miles in your car would break down a lot more often than the big rig does. I'll tell you that. They're actually pretty good. Sorry, I was eating some breakfast. I finally got a complaint about my videos being too long. Uh-huh. It was an hour and 45-minute video. So it was exceptionally long. If you guys watch my trucking videos, I don't expect anyone to watch the videos all the way. Or watch the video part way and then fast forward a bunch until you see something you like and then watch that part. I don't have a problem with that. Because honestly, I think my videos should all be 15 minutes long. That's about the expansion or the attention span that I would have for watching my videos, but a lot of people have requested longer videos, so that's why I just shoot long videos and let them be long videos. If anyone wants to watch the first 15 minutes and call it good, most of the time I've said all the important stuff for that day in the first 15 minutes anyway. Yeah, a lot of people just like watching the scenery even if I'm not saying anything. So yeah, but I'm finally getting to the length that some people, or at least one person just goes, okay, this is starting to get a little ridiculous. I'm like, yes, I agree. Maybe an hour and 45 minutes is perhaps a little too long. I don't remember what the video's about. I shot it 2 weeks ago. How am I supposed to remember a video I shot 2 weeks ago? I'd have to go watch the video again. Actually, I think it was a video of me driving in Idaho. No, Montana maybe. And I was driving through a lot of new scenery, so I just recorded all this new cool scenery that I was watching. I just kept recording right until I crossed the border back into Canada. If you guys ever wonder how hard it is to cross the border from the US into Canada, fast forward to that point and you can see how easy it can be. Most of the time that's my experience. So the couple of little questions that I get asked, that's most of the time my experience. Every now and then there's a lot more questions, and every now and then it's pull over and they do a full inspection of the truck. Just random. But as soon as I pull up, they see my truck and my plate and go, oh yeah, this guy crosses the border all the time at this border here. And they're like, oh, we haven't done a random inspection on him for a year. Better go do one. When Jess and I first got married, even before we were married, we would cross the border together. And her being an American and me being a Canadian, the border crossings were not that easy. That was definitely a different experience compared to that video. The border crossing goes, oh, you've been selected for a random inspection, so if you could just pull to the side and come in. 2 weeks later, or the very next time you cross the border, you've been selected for a random inspection. Uh-huh. 3, 4, 5, 6 times crossing the border. Oh, you've been selected as a random. It's not freaking random when it's every time. It's not random. If you've been pulling me in every time, it's not random. So at one point I was getting fed up with this. I got to the border, started asking me a couple of questions. I'm like, you just want me to pull over there to the side because we've been randomly selected? Because she's starting to look and do the things that you'd normally do. I'm like, she just goes, yeah, how'd you know? I'm like, yeah, I do this every time. I walk in, I had my shoes off as I walk through the door, my pockets hanging out, and I'm like, okay, just need the paperwork. I got everything hanging out here, look around. She just looks at me and goes, you do this often? I'm like, every single time. I'm like, an American and a Canadian traveling together every single time. She goes, oh, okay. Jumps on the computer and typed like mad on that keyboard. I'm like, great, what I say now? And then next time I crossed the border, a couple of questions and away we went. And has never happened again. We have never been randomly selected. We've had to go in and had to pay taxes on stuff we've bought, but we have never been randomly selected ever since then, driving our own vehicle. I have been randomly selected once in a while in the big rig, but never have I ever been randomly selected driving my personal vehicle over again. It's like, yep, we know it's not random. That is obvious. We've been green flagged at the border or something. I don't mind being random selected. Just because I know I haven't been randomly selected for a long time now doesn't mean that they won't do it, but I'm like the most honest person in the world. I never smuggle a thing over that border. So, I don't mind if they do it, but if it's every single time, I start getting irritated. And I think they could tell. I was still nice and I was still respectful. I was really respectful, but I made sure they knew that I knew what was going on. One tip I would give for somebody about backing up a big rig. Okay, so question, Jordan. Is this for yourself? If you would want to back up a trailer? Are you talking about backing up one trailer? Backing up two trailers? Are you okay? Are you talking about a veteran trucker, or here's the okay? Forget those questions. Ignore all those questions. Here's the question I have. Are you asking as somebody that wants to learn how to back up a trailer? Because I did something that taught me how to back up a trailer. There's two things. I'll give you two tips if that's a question. For a new person learning how to back up a trailer, two tips. I'm going to give you the two tips anyway, if it's what question you want or not. Okay, I'm almost done this here. Tip number one. Get a small trailer for your car. If you can. Not necessary, but a small trailer for your car, for a tractor, with a short wheelbase, so that the trailer hooks on where the trailer hooks onto the hitch to the wheelbase is a short wheelbase. And if you can back that trailer into anything, you can back up a big rig trailer. Period. Backing up a small trailer is much harder than backing up a big trailer. Except for space-wise. Big trailer, you have to really watch your space. But if you can back up a small trailer, you're going to learn the skills you need to back up a big trailer. Number two, buy American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator and back up trailers like you couldn't. When you do your missions, don't do the easy backing up. Do the hardest backing up option and back up those trailers. That's how I learned. And when I went to school, and here come the day, they set up the cones to back up trailers. And he sets up the cones, and I back it in. He just goes, okay. He goes, I wasn't expecting that. Here, let me set up the cones for what we do at the end of the week where the hard test is, basically the hardest backing up. He goes, okay, back into that. Backed into that, he goes, okay, you know what, we spent an hour learning how to back up. If my boss asks, we spent all day on this, let's go learn on the other stuff. He just goes, you could back a trailer up, bleepity bleep. He just goes, you could back that trailer anywhere you wanted to, so he goes, we don't need to learn how to back up a big rig trailer. So the very first time I did it in real life, he just goes, yep, don't need to practice this, you're good. So those are the two things I did. Back up the hardest way possible in Farming Sim or in American Truck Simulator. Now American Truck Simulator has Super Bs as well, so if you want to learn 2 trailers, get the 2 trailers and just practice backing up in game. It doesn't matter what viewpoint you're using. You could go up top, viewpoint. All you're learning is which way to turn the steering wheel, how to get them in the right direction, just to learn the instincts of what you want to do with your steering wheel. Well, if you're learning to back up a trailer, just ask the question about if you're holding the steering wheel, if you know any tips. If you're backing up a single trailer, which direction do you want the trailer to go? Turn the steering wheel the opposite direction. So you said that was ready to be gathered. This needs to be seeded too. I'm going to seed first. Yeah, you can use the Massey Ferguson. Yeah, just use the Massey Ferguson. Yep. I know that tractor sucks, but use the Massey Ferguson to collect that grass. Take your time. Oh, we do not want to plant oilseed. Wheat? No. Barley? No. Oat? No, because the field right next to it has got oat on it. Canola? Let's do canola. We haven't done canola for a bit, I think. We did a lot of soybean recently. And we sold it all. It was a good price. Oh, speaking of, let's look what our corn price is doing. Oh, it's still going up. Corn is still going up. We got quite a bit of corn in storage, so as long as it keeps going up, I'll have to keep an eye on that. Astronauts have arrived at the rocket. Jordan, were those tips helpful? If you're going to back up a trailer in a truck yard, always try to back up so that, okay, blind side. On a truck and trailer, there's a blind side. So when you're backing up into a spot, let's say I want to back into the grass here. So I want to back right into here and park over here. You never want to come to the yard, if at all possible. When you come to the yard like this, you never want to come to the yard and make a blind side turn like this. You can't see where that trailer is facing. You always want to come into the yard with the parking spot on your left hand side. You can see the parking spot on your left hand side, drive past it, go at an angle like this, and then angle the trailer in, because this way you can literally stick your head out of the window and see where the trailer is. So you always want to back in with the parking spot where you're going to back into on your left hand side. Most accidents when backing up happen when you do a blind side turn. If the parking spot's on the left hand side, you'll do much, much better. Ah, go away. Nope. What's that? You've learned something today? That's good. You were trying to back up a big rig yesterday, and it was hard. It is hard. Like in Farming Sim, or in American Truck Simulator, or in real life. Because it's hard in American Truck Simulator too. Yeah, at first, I don't care if you're inside view or outside view. It doesn't matter for real life skills. Because all you're learning is, in-game what you're learning is which way to turn the steering wheel for the trailer to do what you want it to do. So it doesn't matter what viewpoint. I know I had a friend that said you have to play with inside cab view so it feels more like real life. Doesn't matter. The skills will translate if you're playing top view as well. All you're learning is which way you're moving the steering wheel to make the trailer do what you want the trailer to do. Yeah, I know in game it took me a long time in game to figure out how to get trailers backed up where they need to back up. If you're backing up two trailers, a very simple rule is you're backing up the rear trailer. Who cares what the front trailer is doing? You're aiming the back trailer. If you focus on the back trailer, and get the back trailer facing the right direction, as long as the front trailer doesn't hit anything, it doesn't matter where the front trailer is going, you're focused on the back trailer. Now, having said that, Jordan, I don't know if you live in the US or not. When I say two trailers, I'm not saying two trailers with a dolly in between them. Most American two-trailer combos have a dolly in them. My trailers do not have a dolly. It's just a Super B. The fifth wheel is built right into the front trailer. So I have one less articulation point than somebody backing up with a dolly. A dolly with two trailers is nearly impossible to back up. The guys that back up those trailers are true geniuses. That's a skill that's above my pay grade right now. Hmm? Oh yeah, those tires are quite annoying. That silage pit will be replaced by a better silage pit one day. Because all these tires are loose. No, they're fine where they are, inside their silage there. They shouldn't. Yeah, let them fall in there. I did. I just let them fall in there. But they're all loose. So yeah, just make a big pile right beside the silage here. What's that? One day that will fail. She goes, one day when I mute myself, one day I'm not going to be muted. And you guys will all hear what I say when I'm muted. When I think I'm muted. You're playing Airport CEO. Huh. That actually sounds like it might be a fun game. Is that a Steam game? Oh yeah, airport CEO. Because you already know how to shift gears from watching your grandfather. My truck is an automatic, but every now and then I drive a manual transmission, and if you watch those videos, you know I suck at shifting. The double clutching thing catches me off guard every time. My problem was I learned how to drive a manual transmission in my pickup or SUV, and I have way too many bad habits because it's completely different. Oh, that's kind of cool. You got grass landing strips, and then you can upgrade probably to paved landing strips. Huh, early access game. We'll throw it on the wish list for now. Oh, turn the seeder back on. Let's continue canola. Yeah, we'll put that on the wish list. I'm not sure I'm willing to pay $22 for that game, but if it goes on sale, 50% off, $10 for that game, I might be willing to pay $10 for a game like that. We need a new seeder too. This sucker's old. Kinda looks funny, a seeder that old behind a modern tractor. But hey, this stuff happens in real life all the time. I see real farms where brand new tractors are hauling old equipment, or old tractors are hauling brand new equipment. I like that we're growing this farm organically, naturally. No real plans of where it's going. We have some vague ideas where we're going, but let it just grow naturally, organically. Let it just happen. See what the farm turns out in. What the farm turns into. Basically, we're going to buy whatever we need next, not what we think we need next. Because we always, I know everybody just goes, buy a bigger this, buy a bigger that. Well, why? We're easily keeping up with this farm. We're having no problem keeping up with this farm currently with the equipment we have. So if we want bigger equipment, we need a bigger farm first. So that's why we have 56 grand sitting there and not buying anything with it, because we're buying a bigger farm. We're going to double the size of our farm. And then we'll see if we can keep up. And the only reason we haven't replaced that Massey Ferguson yet is because we really don't need to yet, even though we all hate the thing. We did get one tractor because we needed that. We needed one higher horsepower tractor, mainly for lime and fertilize. That was the main reason for the bigger tractor. We needed something to be able to handle a bigger lime, bigger fertilizer. Because those were painful days. Driving to the store 5 times to fertilize or to lime one little field. Farmer Joe goes, no. I'm like, oh, I gotta jump and see what she did. Let's watch her. Is it getting dark in the game already? Oh, it's cloudy. Cloudy weather. And it's 1600, so it is going to get dark in game soon. So cloudy and going to get dark. That means Farmer Joe is going to find a reason to not be playing the game. At least we sleep 8 hours during the night now. So we play a lot less in the dark than we used to. I like that rule. More realistic too. Takes a lot to lower that cedar. Hold up, hold up. I think I know the question here. Would you ever put a console in your big rig? As in a gaming console? I believe that's where you're going with that question. Let's make sure. Okay, perfect. So, I'm not like a lot of truck drivers. For me, it would be ridiculous to spend any kind of money on any gaming system in a big rig. Because I literally drive 13 hours in a day, 14 hours, I work 14 hours a day. 1 hour of it can be other than driving. So I do a 14-hour shift every day. I can take 2 hours off during that, or no, it's a 16-hour shift and I can take 2 hours off during that time. So I work 14 hours a day. That happens almost every single day. Every now and then I break down, like this Monday, and I had 6 hours off in a shop. And a gaming system would be handy. I have a $2,000 laptop, gaming laptop. I've got a controller for it that looks just like a PlayStation controller. It's a Logitech controller, and I play that. So I know I started this by saying it'd be dumb to have any kind of gaming system in the truck. It'd be a waste of money, and it is. But yes, I have a gaming system in there. It's an expensive laptop, so I play Farming Sim. I play any game I play on here. I play it at home or in the truck. Every now and then, I really am glad I have that computer with the laptop with me. A console would be harder to have in the truck because when I was broken down, I can't sit in the truck. I've got to go sit in the lounge that the repair place has, and a console would be useless there, but a laptop, very useful. Having said that, I do reset on the weekends every now and then where a console would come in handy. but then I would need a TV screen in there as well and all that stuff. But my laptop, yeah, my laptop kicks butt. 1 second. Darn it. Thanks, Iron Thunder. Uh, when when did I get muted? Okay. So, favorite state. I don't know what was I talking about states at all when I before I was muted? Oh yeah, so I didn't talk about the states at all. I mean I did, but you didn't hear me. So, Jordan, I don't run in the states a lot. I only run Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon. So it's not really fair to say which is my favorite state to truck in. In Canada, I run in BC, province, not state, province of BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba. So I stay in the northwest Pacific is my stomping grounds. So it's not really fair to say what my favorite state to truck in is. Personal vehicles, we've been into a lot more states. If I've never been to the southeast. If you drew a corner from Texas to New York, that's kind of where I've explored the US. And I couldn't say what my favorite state is. I love our experiences in Oregon, love our experiences in Montana, Utah, Nevada, California, Michigan, North Dakota. They've all been awesome experiences. So I couldn't pick a favorite state. I just, I, I enjoy running in every state, every province. What's my favorite big rig? I'm not loyal to any brand. My loyalty lays in chops. I'll tell you, I certainly like our Kenworth shop a lot more than our international shop. I'm not too loyal on brands, but I'll tell you some things I like better of certain big rigs than others. So I haven't run. I've run in a couple of trucks. I've run in Western Stars. I've run in Kenworth Internationals, Peterbilt. From my experience in a Peterbilt and a Western Star, I haven't run them a lot. I found Western Stars to be quite noisy, weird setup inside. You get used to that. Rust like crazy, so I wasn't a huge star of Western Star. Huge fan of Western Star. Would not be a truck I would want to buy for myself. I've been in a Volvo. I've never driven a Volvo, but Volvos are designed beautifully inside. As far as the difference between a Kenworth and an International, they're very close. The bunk, the interior living space, is better in a Kenworth. If I have to reset and if I have to live in a truck, I would pick a Kenworth over International. If I had to live in a truck, I would pick a Volvo over anything, but yeah, I would pick a Kenworth over International because the layout on the inside, how much more comfortable you are during a reset. Having said that, the International was more comfortable to ride in longer distances. The seat, the layout on the driver's seat, the International is a little bit more comfortable. My Kenworth has a Packard engine in it, which I dislike a lot. The Cummins would be so much better. So if I got a Kenworth, I would ask for it to have a Cummins engine in it, not a Packard engine in it. Problem with Kenworth is a lot of wiring issues. But overall, if I had to pick a truck right now, I would pick a Kenworth. No, I would pick a Peterbilt too. I really like that Peterbilt too that I was riding. Just once again, I don't want a Packard engine in there. I want a Cummins engine. Because Peterbilt and Kenworth are the same company. All the parts inside are the same. Peterbilt and Kenworth, they're the same. It's not a big difference, just style. But the old school Peterbilt, they're kind of beautiful trucks. So once again, I'm having a hard time picking a favorite. What was I doing? Corn prices? Is that what I was going to do? Still going up. Hmm?
In the mountains,
Yeah, yeah. If I was to drive in the prairies, I don't think I would mind the Packard engine at all. The biggest thing I dislike about the Packard engine is the fact that they haven't figured out engine brakes. Doesn't matter what speed I come down that mountain. I've got to drag my brakes down every single mountain. You just got to drag your brakes just a little bit. The engine brakes just cannot keep up with that, with our mountains here. The Cummins, no problem. I could come down those mountains, not ever touching the brakes. Put that Cummins into full engine brake, no problem. So I can definitely tell you my favorite engine is a Cummins. But you can put a Cummins into an International or a Kenworth or a Peterbilt or whatever, right? You can put a Cummins in any truck, so that's not going to help me pick which truck to get. I've never run a truck with a Detroit engine, so I can't give an honest answer, but I think I would like a Detroit engine. Just from what other people say and what I've heard and seen, I think I would like a Detroit engine. At least more than a Packard. I think Packard forgot to add a P at the end of their name. Oh, I was going to change the seater width. That's what I was going to do. Fine. That's really not that much wider, is it? Let's go even wider. No. No, 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 no. 2.3. Save that. Alt home. Let's see how that goes. Have I ever slept in a? I have only slept in a Kenworth, International, and a Peterbilt. As far as sleeping in the trucks, all three I couldn't say better or worse than the other. Bunk heat sure works better in a Kenworth and a Peterbilt than a International. But that might have just been my International. But the actual living space, if I have to reset on a weekend, setting up the laptop and the space like that, the Kenworth has been more comfortable. Although those Freightliners look like a little bit of higher end interior Freightliners, look pretty comfortable too. Cascadia. Never run one though. I think there's still overlap here. See, that's still too wide. Okay, let's change it one more time. Looks like it lines up that one edge there pretty good, so I think we might be good there. Yeah, I've never been in a Freightliner. Yeah, my friend runs a Freightliner right now, and he quite enjoys it, so I have nothing bad to say about Freightliner. Buy a pressure washer here so we can wash our tractors after repairing them. Yeah, I like Freightliners, the look of them, the interior, they look cool. I've never run one or been inside of one, but my instinct says I might enjoy them. Okay. Okay, that's a nice size of hay there. A nice size pile there. I like it. That's good. Somewhere an engine is running. Oh no, that's you. I think that's just your tractor. Okay. Let there be light. Did I ever tell you guys I hate this tractor? It does the job. What made me want to start YouTube? Um, my family moved. Some of my family moved to Belize. I started YouTube to kind of keep and a lot of family lives in Michigan, far away. So I started YouTube to kind of keep my experiences, share my experiences with them. Back then, I didn't do any trucking. So back then was the original videos are me flying my quadcopter and us going out quadding. Eventually, kayaking joined that, and then yeah, my first videos are flying my quadcopter and quadding with our Polaris. Just share videos with family. And now I just go, hey, if I'm playing a video game, might as well stream it live. Sometimes you have a whole bunch of people joining. Sometimes it's just a couple people. Like today, it's just the two of you. Well, a couple more people have kind of dropped in and left, but some days there's only a few of you. Other days, in the winter, I get a lot more people in here. In the summer, it's a Saturday. It's summer. What are you guys even doing here? Why are you not out enjoying, right? The reason I'm here is because it's cloudy and not nice outside, or else I wouldn't be here either. I wouldn't be doing a live stream. I had no intention of doing a live stream today. My intention was to be out riding a motorcycle, but yeah, I don't do YouTube for fame, and if you notice, I'm not asking the whole time, hey, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe if you're new to the channel. None of that. Hey, Rensme, none of that pressuring people into people joining. Same with my giveaway coming up when I hit 1,000 subscribers. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to be a subscriber to be entered in the giveaway. All you have to do is tell me, hey, I'm interested in that giveaway, and you get to put on the list. I don't have any strings attached. Well, obviously for the giveaway, you have to have some way of me giving a Steam gift card, or however we're going to figure that out. Jess has an idea. We'll figure that stuff out, but there's no I don't care how many subscribers I have. Um, I want my subscribers to be natural. It's really cool. I love all the comments I get in my trucking videos, and my subscribers keep going up, which is awesome. I really appreciate that. But I find that my subscribers are real because the people that push hard for YouTube's please subscribe, please subscribe, please subscribe, and it's like subscribe and your name will appear on the screen and stuff. Guess what? All those people unsubscribed 2 weeks later.
2 weeks, I say good. How are you?
Rensme says, you're interested in the giveaway? I have a list started here. And the giveaway, I'm going to have a Sutco hat. So anybody willing to give me an address will be entered to win the Sutco hat. I'm going to give away some cash. I don't know, it'll be gift cards. We'll figure something out to get cash. Jess says she's got an idea.
Cash gift cards must not be government.
Well, no, you can do, I think, MasterCard gift card.
They have to be in Canada.
It has to be Canadian MasterCard gift card.
Because my parents
Well,
can't send me one here.
oh, yeah, I can't send a US MasterCard up here. Either way, we'll figure if it has to be Western Union or whatever. That's why Steam gift cards work so well. Oh yeah, PlayStation, Xbox gift cards would work too. Yeah, I could go to the store and buy them. So yeah, stuff like that. We'll figure out. I'll have how much cash. Yeah, Iron Thunder, I'm pretty sure I have your address, and you're on the list as well. I've got 2 names on my list in the truck I can't remember right now. And then Iron Thunder and Rensme, you're on my list. And basically, if you guys want to know when that giveaway is coming, just keep an eye on my subscriber count. As we get close to 1,000, I'll let you guys know when the giveaway is. It'll be a live stream like this on a weekend. Closing the hatch to this SpaceX. I guess it's another 2 hours. Yeah, they have to sit. The astronauts have to sit inside it for 2 hours before. Yeah. No, don't. Nobody send me your address publicly. Email it to me or private message it to me. And you don't have to do it now. You can send it to me once you win the prize. Yeah, I don't need addresses now. Only give me an address if you're the winner. Cows need more mixed rations. That's easy enough to do that. You have a feeling they won't launch today? I kind of have the same feeling. Yeah, they were locked in there for 2 hours last time. They're going to be locked in there for 2 hours today and probably not launch. Oh yeah, they have to depressurize it too, so there's a lot more than 2 hours. actually quite a bit of mixed feed. What's that? I didn't see anything. Oh boy. I don't think your text-to-speech is speaking English. Because I want to save the braids in the Hilton too. It's getting warm in here. Open the door. Hopefully I was muted when I dropped my microphone. I moved my computer. I don't like where I put it. And when I say the computer, I mean the actual tower, not the table and the monitor, all that stuff. Just the actual computer. Yeah. Well, since I'm here, I might as well dump. What's that? Oh, Farmer Joe says no, Iron Thunder is not allowed to go BRB. Well, I think he's gone already, so it's too late. So, you're going to give him a lecture when he comes back? Okay, good to know. Farmer Joe has no heart. You are the Tin Man. This is true. Can't argue that. Sometimes nicknames can be in your advantage. Oh, might as well do this again. Okay, let's see if I can. Okay, the comments are the same comment. See if I can take the two comments and combine them to make sense. So we're talking about my video of going upgrades, downgrades. I think I figured out that much. Iron Thunder's back. Yeah, Farmer Joe says you're not allowed to leave, so she's going to give you a lecture when you come back. I told her she was a cruel person for not allowing you to go. Cruel, heartless person. She just goes, if I'm such a cruel and heartless person, you're going to go hungry for the rest of the day. See what I'm talking about? Proves my point, right? Yeah, don't call her grumpy. Whew. Good luck for the rest of the day. Doesn't matter how funny you thought it was. I kind of have that same mentality though. If you're going to call me that, well, I'll show you what that really looks like. What? Oh, you can smell the rain in the air. It's not raining yet, but it definitely has that incoming storm feel. Yes, yes, oop, I'm aware I missed the road there. This tractor just sucks at turning so much. I'm avoiding turning. Hey, let's just unfold. And then fold again. Get that little bit that I missed. Ha! Yes, we need that tractor back for um, the silage, for whatever you call it. Hmm? No, for compressing it, compacting it. Okay. Do you name the grades when you go up and down? I know, Rensme, you're trying. So when do the mountain passes the have names? The grades themselves don't have names, but the mountain passes do have names, like going up the Anarchist Summit and the up and down Sunday Summit, Bombi, Bonanza. We call it Paulson, but it's really called the Bonanza. Every time I say Paulson Pass, it's really the Bonanza Pass. As far as trying to say what the percentage downgrade is, I try to say those too, but I think I probably missed letting you guys know what the actual downgrade is. Probably don't do a very good job of that. Come on, get that little bit of grass. You can do it. Apparently not. Okay, fine. Let's fold it up. If you haven't noticed, my goal has kind of been to only buy two of of every animal. They'll breed themselves. Eventually there'll be more. What's your goal? Put you in charge of buying cows next time. That's your goal? Are you bored? Here, you collect grass. It's 100% compacted? Okay.
Try again.
I think we've got everything. Corn is still going up. Yeah, we just have grass to do here. I think I'm going to call it end of the stream here pretty quick to watch the SpaceX broadcast. So it's getting close enough to launch time that I want to watch it. Like you said, Iron Thunder, I think they're not going to launch today, but just in case they do, I want to make sure I watch it. Okay, let's jump in this tractor. I mean, it's still over an hour, maybe almost 2 hours away before they launch, but it's getting interesting to the part where it gets interesting. So what stream are you watching, Iron Thunder? SpaceX's official stream or Everyday Astronaut? Or the NASA version? Or the SpaceX one? Yeah. The official SpaceX one. Iron Thunder. Everyday Astronaut does have the countdown on the side that I like, but I like the SpaceX one. If the SpaceX one gets choppy, usually Everyday Astronaut stays a little bit smoother. Well, the window in the window still gets choppy because everybody's watching their official channel. Oh, I don't have my help menu. 90% compacting. Four. Oh, 100%. Okay. All right, guys. Let's pick up a little bit. And then I'm going to go watch SpaceX channel. So thank you guys for joining. If the weather is beautiful tomorrow morning, which is unlikely, I will not do a stream tomorrow morning. If the weather is as predicted, I'll be here tomorrow morning. So most likely I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. So thanks again for watching. Really appreciate all the comments. You guys have always, it's always fun having a conversation with all of you guys. So Jordan, Rensme, Iron Thunder, thank you. I'm out. Wow. I'm trying to get out. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. End stream.